geofucks, site perspectives, first video requests. It's about situationships. And it's funny because like I see this all the time in the comments, in the DMs, and then there's like 3 emails specifically about situationships and talking stages. So there's like a lot of requests, a lot of commentary. I've made numerous videos talking about the talking stage, situationships, what I would like to call struggle love, because really that's really what it is. It's struggle love at the end of the day. I mean, over the past nearly 4 years, I have made numerous videos discussing this situation. And I've personally been in these situations, dealt with these situations. So I totally get where people are coming from. So again, I think it's really important, like when we talk about these things, that we have a running definition to go with so we can have a framework. So when you think about the definition of situationship, a romantic or sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established, okay? What does it mean to be in a situationship? Less than a relationship, but more than a casual encounter or booty call. A situationship refers to a romantic relationship that is and remains undefined. Okay, a situation is that space between a committed relationship and something that is more than a friendship. Explains psychotherapist and author Jonathan Alpert, October 3rd, 2019. So I think to really talk about this constant video request that's constantly being brought up, I kind of want to talk about this in a series of videos. So now that we have a running definition of what a situationship is, what are the signs of a situationship is something that I think needs to be talked about a lot, as well as the running definition. So for example, okay, here are a few signs. This is brought to hellorelish.com. I hopefully will have links in the description box below. That's another thing. I have to remember to put the links in the articles to the data in the journals and the videos and where I'm getting my information from to back my perspective and opinion, and so I can make this video. I need to put that in the description box below so you can look at it yourself. And as always, do your own research. There's nothing wrong with critically thinking. Okay. So, first sign that you are in a situationship. You haven't defined a relationship. Okay. So, there's no title. Honestly, there's no commitment. You're not in a relationship. So, and they went on to say, in the age of hookup culture and casual sex, it can be hard to know exactly where you stand with someone. When relationships don't follow the classic courtship, then dating followed by emotional intimacy, then physical intimacy timeline, it can be hard to know what your sexual partner thinks about your relationship. An easy way to find out what your relationship is to one another is to have the "what are we" talk. I made a video on this. I'm going to try to link that so you can see it. I made it like 3 years ago. But it can be hard to know when this kind of thing is appropriate. Ask the question too early and risk seeming too eager and scaring them off. Have the talk too late and end up on a totally different page than they are. If you haven't had that discussion yet, and you have been seeing this person for a while, it might be a sign that you are in a situationship, not a relationship. If your partner avoids having this talk when you bring it up, it's another potential indication that they do not want to put the relationship in concrete terms. And that's where I'm going to leave off on this video, because now we're going to talk about it a little more. Again, I'm going to do a series because this seems to be a constant request, a constant topic that's brought up. So again, you haven't defined the relationship. There's no definition to what y'all are doing. And that right there is the number one sign that it's a situationship. I find myself in this. I found myself in this a few times. Arguably, I'm kind of in the same situation again. And I see a lot of people in the comment section, in the DMs, and the conversations that are being had on various social media platforms. This is a common situation. It's situationships. I do think hookup culture definitely plays a role in this, because nowadays it doesn't really seem like we're trying to get to know people or date. It just seems like everything is about hooking up, bang, bang, having sex, booty calls, and sneaky links. And oftentimes, let's just keep it a buck, booty calls, sneaky links, hookups oftentimes do not lead to actual relationships. It just typically ends up being somebody that you're consistently having sexual intercourse with, and or a situationship, and or friends with benefits, and or you being ghosted. You know what I mean? So again, you're more than friends, obviously, because a lot of times in situationships, you're having sex. So there's a sexual component to this. A lot of times there's also a romantic component, because people have sex, start liking each other, start having feelings, and then there is a little romantic piece there. You're more than friends, because typically friends are not having sexual intercourse. Friends are also not having romantic feelings for each other. You know what I mean? So, so again, it's undefined. And that's where, to me, a lot of the confusion comes from, because there is no definition of what you are doing with this person or with the people that you are doing this with, right? Because some of us, such as myself, are non-monogamous and polyamorous relationships and open relationships. Everyone's not monogamous. So there could be more than one person in the situationship, okay? But yeah, it really just, to me, boils down to the fact that a lot of us have no definition of what we're doing. And that is the number one sign that it's a situationship. You may not consciously think that you're in a situationship or want to be in a relationship, in a situationship. The other person may not think that it's a situationship, and they may not consciously think that they're participating in a situationship. But at the end of the day, it's an undefined relationship. There's no definition. You know, when you introduce each other, you're saying that that's my friend, or we're just talking. You're not saying that that's who I'm dating. You're not saying that's my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boo, my bae, my partner. You're not saying any of that. So that right there lets you know it is a situationship. A lot of people like to go and tiptoe around the corner, around the corner, down the street. No matter where you go, the convenient ways of situationships. I literally just took Speedway's jingo and just made that into something to fit what I was talking about. Like, did anybody catch it? Did anybody? This is a really dope coffee cup too. Like, it's literally a PlayStation 5 controller, PlayStation Sony symbol, and of course, triangle, square, circle, X. Love this thing. But anyways, you're in a situationship, okay? A lot of us are in situationships. A lot of us have been in situationships. So that right there is the first segment of this series discussing situationships. Let me know what you think, how you feel. Are you dealing with this currently? Have you dealt with this currently? Have you been the person that put somebody in a situationship? Or have you been the person that has been put into a situationship? You know what I mean? Let me know. Let me know in the comment box below. Let's discuss it. Information is below as well. And I'm out.